Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Friday, December the 19th. And on today's pod, we will preview the Hogs big game with the number 8 ranked Houston Cougars tomorrow at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. We'll give the latest on who Ryan Silverfield is adding to his coaching staff. And we'll give our college football playoff predictions. And most importantly, our top 5 Christmas movies. As we stroll into Christmas next week, that's obviously the most important thing that we'll do today on this pod.
That's right.
Andrew, how's your week been, my man?
It's been good. It's been busy. I apologize. I missed the last episode due to
life happens.
Yes. Fell asleep putting the oldest to bed the other night and woke up at about 4 a.m. to realize Kelby's doing the podcast by himself. So great job.
Solo.
Great job going solo. But my bad, everyone. We're back today. So
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we usually film this at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, you know, sometimes the night before. So we try to get all of our kids to bed. We both have multiples, and sometimes we do get them to bed, sometimes we don't.
That's right.
But sometimes you hear them in the background. But
yes,
that just comes with the territory. So
absolutely.
Anyways, yeah, excited for this weekend. We're braving the crowds, and we're gonna try Silver Dollar City tonight.
Okay.
When you're watching this,
all right,
Friday night, and so go check out the lights and get some hot chocolate, some kettle corn, ride a few rides.
Cinnamon bread.
Cinnamon bread, oh, to die for.
It's the greatest.
To die for. I haven't been to Silver Dollar City in a couple years, so
I've been a couple times this year already, and cinnamon bread is as good as it's ever been.
It's unbelievable. Good. That's good to know. They're keeping it up to par. But yeah, so this will be our last pod until after Christmas. We're taking all next week off. So get some time with the fam and enjoy the Christmas spirit. And obviously there's be some traveling in there. And so take next week off, and then we'll pick it back up the Tuesday after Christmas. So after the Hogs spank Houston this weekend, you'll just have to imagine what our breakdown would be of the Arkansas and Houston game. But anyway, speaking of number 14, Arkansas, going to New Jersey to take on the number 8 Houston Cougars, 4:30 on Saturday, primetime spot, CBS. You know, I think if the college football playoffs games weren't Saturday, I think it'd probably be by far the most watched sporting event of the day. But yeah, big game. Houston, goes without saying, is probably, even though they haven't won a national championship the last 5 or 6 years, Houston has been as good as anybody consistently. I got some numbers pulled up here just to kind of go over what they've done. They're 10-1 this year. The only loss is to Tennessee. But last year, obviously, they lost in the national championship game. Had the game won against Florida until the last couple of minutes. They went 35-5 last year. Year before that, they won 32 games, lost in the Sweet 16. Year before that, they won 33 games, lost in the Sweet 16. Year before that, they won 33, lost in the Elite 8. And then in 2021-22, they went to the Final Four. They won 32 games. So just Kelvin Sampson's just an unbelievable coach. Every year in, year out, you know what you're going to get if you play Houston. They're going to be elite defensively. Maybe not quite as good this year as they have been in the years past, but I mean, just elite on defense, elite energy, elite toughness, elite hustle, elite physicality. And this year they got a little more offense to go with it. But yeah, what are you expecting to see out of this game? And New Jersey. New
Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah,
Saturday.
it'll be cool to see him play in another primetime arena. Although I will say I wish we played at least a few more of these games at home,
Yeah.
or even a home and home. It's what Michigan State and uh, Louisville were the only
Louisville. Yeah.
only two like on campus of these big games that we played. So obviously the
Yeah.
SEC will bring plenty of big games and big moments, but would have liked to have seen like at least maybe one more of these at Bud Walton. But you know, Calipari's a global guy, so he's gonna get us into these big time arenas and primetime matchups. So
Mhm.
kind of comes with the territory. But yeah, I haven't got to see Houston play this year yet, but I am excited that it kind of feels like we took another step here over the last couple weeks to where I think we're hitting our stride a little bit, and don't want to get don't want to get cocky by any means, but you know, I feel like at least this team feels like they can play with anybody. Not that they probably didn't feel that way before, but just uh, it feels like we're in sync a little bit right now. So I feel good going into it. I feel like we didn't play our best game against Texas Tech and still pulled it out. So I'm feeling good going into it. You almost feel too good about it.
Yeah,
That
right.
it almost feels like we were due for a win there for a little bit against one of these teams, and now it kind of feels like we might be due for to lose one. But that's just a lifetime Razorback fan speaking. So
Yeah. Yeah.
hopefully we can pull it out. I haven't seen them play. What's their? I'm only scared of teams that have dominant bigs. So what do they look like in the post?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a JT Toppin or a Cam Boozer. They don't have anybody like that.
Hmm.
Um, their best post player is a freshman, Chris Sinak, or but they're more balanced. They're more solid. Um, their best player, if anybody's watched basketball over the last 2 or 3 years, is Emmanuel Sharp. Seems
Hmm.
like he's been there forever.
Yeah. I'm sure people
He's
say
at
that about Trevin Brazil too.
right, yeah. But he's averaging almost right over 17 points a game. Super physical, super, just a really good. I don't know how his game translates to the NBA, but I mean, he's just as good as they come, in terms of college basketball player. He's a senior, old guy, leader. He's been starting for years for him. Um, but the one to really worry about is Kingston Flemings. I've only watched Houston like one full game and just kind of on and off, but this Houston team's a little different than the Houston teams of the past. In past years, Houston was going to beat you 62-48,
Mhm,
and you could be averaging 70 a game, and Houston was going to hold you in the 50s and 40s. It was
mhm,
really unbelievable. They're not quite that. Um, what they have been on defense, but this Kingston Flemings guy, he's a guy that Arkansas recruited hard.
mhm,
Um, I think he was the number 3 point guard in the country, behind Mikael Brown Jr. from Louisville, and then Darius Acuff. And once we got Acuff and Malik, I think we kind of backed off a little bit. But I remember him. I mean, Flemings was on campus and ended up going to Houston. Um, I heard today that at the Allen Iverson camp this past year, um, they do like a one-on-one deal, king of the court for these high school
mhm.
kids and the championship one-on-one game was Darius Acuff and Kingston Flemings.
Okay.
And so Acuff ended up beating him and won the king of the court one-on-one, but that just tells you this Flemings kid's just as good and right there with him. He's averaging 15 a game, 5 assists, and so it should be a really good matchup watching him and Acuff go tit for tat with each other. Um, but yeah, I mean, they're going to be good. Um, I don't think they're as elite as they have been. I do think they're very beatable this year. Just looking at some of their games, they beat up on all the small guys, but they beat Notre Dame 66-56. Notre Dame's not great. lost to Tennessee by 3, beat Syracuse by 4, lost to Auburn or beat Auburn by 1. So like they're still have a lot of really good wins, but
Mhm.
they're not in quite the dominating fashion that they
Sure.
have been. So but yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think it'd be the biggest win for the Hogs on their resume to this point. I mean, beating Texas Tech was nice, but I think Houston's better than Texas Tech. I think they'll finish ahead of Texas Tech in the Big 12. Um, and so, I mean, I think honestly, if Darius Acuff and Trevin Brazil keep doing what they've been doing the last 2 or 3 big games, I don't think it matters who we play.
Mhm.
I think we're beating anybody.
Okay.
Now, there's no way they can keep up at that level, shooting 5 or 6 from 3 and all that. Like that's
Mhm.
not realistic. But but yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. Houston's gonna punch us in the mouth, unlike anybody we've seen. So how we respond to that, and you know how that plays out. DJ Wagner going home. He's a New Jersey kid,
Mhm.
so obviously he's not one of our top scoring guys, but usually when these kids go home, if you remember Boogie last year when he went back to Brooklyn or went back to New York City for the game at Madison Square Garden, he had a great game against
Mhm.
Michigan. And so uh, I could see DJ getting in double digits and playing one of his best games of the year in front of there's supposed to be hundreds of DJ friends and family there.
Okay.
So um, yeah, I'm excited, man. It's just these are the type of games that Cal gets you. You should remember not long ago, even with Muss, like we never played in these caliber games. We went to
Right.
Maui or the
Mhm.
Battle for Atlantis, but like just all these neutral site games, CBS prime time. I don't know if you heard Kelvin Sampson on his press media deal he did earlier this week, but he said, yeah, he's like, because him and Cal are really good buds. Of
Mhm.
course, Cal's good buds with all those old heads.
Mhm.
He said, "Yeah, Cal called me and he's like, you want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He said, Cal said, "All right, give me 5 minutes. Let me call CBS real quick, see if they can get us a spot." And it's like, this was Cal, man. Like
Yeah.
that's the most Cal thing ever.
Mhm.
And he called CBS and got a date and a spot. And the game was supposed to be at the Garden again.
Okay.
And for some reason it didn't work out the Garden, so they switched it to Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. And then it got pushed out of Brooklyn at the Barclays Center somehow to Newark at the Prudential Center. So
Okay.
I don't know how all that played out, but I thought that was funny. He's like, Cal said, "Yeah, let me call CBS real quick," and then
Mhm.
got a game on CBS.
Yeah.
So, uh, but yeah, man, I'm excited. Um, Houston will be favored. I don't know by how much, but they're ranked number 8 in the country. They still got a little more respect than Arkansas. I'll be curious to see the line when it comes out, probably Friday night.
Mhm.
Um, Probably Houston -2 or something. But yeah, I think this team's flying on cloud 9 right now. I mean, to beat the Hogs, I think you're gonna have to show up and beat the Hogs because
Mhm.
they are feeling pretty dang good about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Uh,
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. So we're ahead of schedule at least this point last year. So we'll take it.
yeah, very much so. Well, we start like 0-4 in the league last year or something. And so
Was it 0 and
we start
6?
maybe 0-6. I don't remember. It was bad.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't see that happening. Um, but you never know. Um, but yeah, definitely ahead of schedule compared to last year. And especially if Malik Thomas, once he gets going again, he's got to get his confidence back. He is having a little freshman slump right now. I said on the podcast Tuesday, I'm not concerned, but this would be a good game for him to get back to his
Yeah. Well, I
normal
mean,
normal league.
shooter's gonna shoot. You can't miss them all. So
Yeah, he almost did.
yeah, it's true. It's true. He'll be fine. He'll what's the best way to get out of the slump? Shoot your way out of it. So,
That's right. That's
he'll
right. Yeah,
he'll
I think he
figure
was
it out.
1 for 11. I think against Texas Tech.
Yeah.
So yeah, not worried about it, especially with his mentality. With
Yeah.
that dude, yeah, he'll get out of that quick. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I'm excited. I think the Hogs will win. I'll say they got to dictate the pace, man. I know it sounds cliche, but when you're playing a team who wants to play at a different pace, usually the team that can dictate at the pace they want to play is a team that usually wins when you have
Mm-hmm.
such a contrast of styles. But
Yeah.
I'll say the Hogs win. They won't get to 90 because Houston guards. I'll say 78-72 Arkansas.
Okay. All right. I like that. I'll go. Give me a little lower. Give me 72-68.
Sounds good.
And
Hogs.
you know, we'll do a game time decision. I'm just kidding. No, give me the Hogs. Give me the Hogs while we're
Yeah,
while we're hot.
yeah, yeah. Um. Anyways, I really got into the weeds on them on Tuesday, and so I won't get into the weeds again today. But yeah, hopefully they pull it out, and if they don't, not concerned.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, a neutral
going
site
to
game against a probably
top
an
10
Elite Eight
team.
team. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Um, so not concerned if they don't, but it would be nice to get out of those 5 games 3-2.
that'd
Michigan
be
State,
fantastic.
Duke,
Yeah.
Louisville, Texas Tech, and Houston.
Yeah.
Um, and so, uh, yeah, I think we're the best team in the SEC. I mean, I do. That doesn't mean we'll win all of the games, and that doesn't mean anything. But I think we have the most talent in the league this year. So
Hmm.
we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah. So moving on, Ron Silverfield continues to add coaches.
To
I think
blow us away.
we're gonna have a coach for every player on the field. They're gonna have their own individual coach. I think.
Right.
22 position and assistant coaches is the rate that we're on. But yeah, I talked the other day about how I thought, we pretty much had it was pretty much done. And then as soon while I was filming the podcast, they hired another cornerbacks coach. the fourth secondary coach.
Hmm.
They hired Eddie Hicks out of Cincinnati. Don't know anything about Eddie Hicks. But they already hired C.J. Williford out of Georgia State and Darren Wilson from Florida and
Right.
T.J. Rushing from Auburn. And so I just assumed they were done in the secondary, but they went and hired another second. So that is 4 secondary coaches.
Hey, you know
And
what?
I
Of all the positions on the field, having 2 offensive line coaches and 4 secondary coaches after the last 2 seasons we've had,
right,
I'll take it. I'll
right.
take it. So we need all the help we can get.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that dynamic works like in meeting rooms, when you have so many voices in your position meetings. And I don't really know the reason for it, besides he watched all the tapes and he's like, God, we gotta get this secondary shirt up quick.
Right?
So he's just gonna hire 10,000 secondary coaches.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure recruiting's a big part of it.
Mhm.
Having a bunch of guys who can go out and recruit, not just one secondary coach or whatnot. And I don't know, maybe other teams in the SEC have that. I don't know. Um,
Maybe we've been then
Maybe
maybe
we've
that's
been
why
in the
we've been
Stone
yeah,
Ages. Maybe we've been in the Stone Ages,
right?
just having one secondary coach all these years or
Mhm.
whatever. One offensive line coach. I don't know, um, but yeah, they just keep adding coaches. We went from having 0 general managers to having 3.
Mhm.
So once again, I don't know how that dynamic works. You got Remy Cofield who's running the whole deal. Then you got the football only guy from Arizona that we brought in. He brought his GM from Memphis. So what's his role?
Mhm.
Um, so maybe when he was talking about blowing us away, he wasn't talking about the big names, but he was talking about how many coaches he's going to bring in.
Yeah. We'll be blown away. We'll have 60 coaches on staff.
Yeah, yeah. Um, But the U of A has finally started announcing some of these guys,
Yes, I
so to
know.
make it
We were
official.
so late on that.
Uh, of note, obviously, Ron Roberts, the defensive coordinator, the first $2 million coordinator in Arkansas history. So he's going to be making $2 million a year. It wasn't that long ago that Houston Nutt was making $2 million as a head coach,
Hmm.
and now we've hired a coordinator making $2 million a year.
I hope.
What are your thoughts on that?
I just hope he's good. Like
For
Texas
that,
just
yeah.
Texas just hired Will Muschamp, so I'm
Hmm.
like, can we? I mean, could we have gotten a name like that? I don't know. I just hope. I
Where's
hope
Will
it's
been? Where's
working.
Will been at?
I I don't think he was coaching at the moment. I think he was still enjoying getting paid to not coach at South Carolina.
Okay.
Um, was that his last time? Yeah, because he was Florida and then South Carolina
Yeah,
and
but
then
he picked up somewhere. Hold on. He picked up as maybe like a special teams coach somewhere
okay.
or um
I know he wouldn't have put up with our defense this year. He did. There'd have been some dudes that didn't want to come back to the sideline.
yeah, yeah, he don't mess around, that's for sure. Um Lord, all these places really showing me where he's been as a head coach. Uh, oh, Georgia.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He was at Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, rich get richer.
This is, yep. So he's been yeah, he was co-defensive coordinator at Georgia.
That's right. I
So
forgot about that.
yeah, been hanging out with Kirby. Texas's defense hasn't been bad either. I was kind of surprised they fired their D coordinator because
It
their
was better
defense
than
was
their
actually,
offense at times this year.
yeah, way better most of the year. So
Yeah.
that shocked me.
Yeah, that was crazy. But if you can go get a Will Muschamp, I think you go get
Right,
him.
right, for sure,
So
for
he's already
sure.
been at Texas before. He was the head coach in wait. He left to being the head coach in waiting at Texas to go to Florida. So
Yeah, and so yeah, so I think I honestly, I mean, I like the defensive staff he's put together. A bunch of SEC experience on that staff. NFL experience at the D with the D line coach, SEC experience. So yeah, now it's just time to go get some dudes out of the portal
I know
and
it's
not
about to get
backups at Cincinnati or
right.
backups at Auburn or Fresno State or actually say that you could get a backup from Auburn, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's time to go get some dudes
yeah.
out of the portal. Um, as soon as we released our top 5 Christmas list for people that we want to keep, it wasn't a couple hours later that we got a couple people commit to stay.
Hmm.
Kobe Branham obviously being the big one, um, Caden Kittler being a big one that I had, and then your boy Braylon Russell.
Hmm.
I know you were excited about seeing that news. I wonder what those conversations were like to keep him on board.
Yeah. It's probably
Um,
just like, hey, we will play you.
yeah, right.
know, we would like to use 6 yards of carry. That could be helpful to us. So
Yeah,
we will implement that into our team.
yeah,
If
yeah.
we
That's a
need
huge. That's a
if we
huge
need
get,
1 or 2 yards,
man.
we'll give you the ball instead of leaving you on the sidelines.
Yeah, yeah. Um, we did lose your boy Tavian.
Yeah, that one hurt. I really
Yeah.
wanted him
That was a
to
really
stay.
good that was a really good pick by you. I was like, "Oh, yeah, never even crossed my mind." I forgot how highly recruited he was.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so that was a good pick, and that one does hurt. I think he'll end up being a really good player somewhere.
Probably a
And
first
just
round
because
pick
they
somewhere else.
enter the portal doesn't mean that they're for sure leaving. Um, they're probably leaving.
It's not a good indication of them staying, but
Yeah, they're probably
doesn't
leaving,
yeah,
but it's
but not a
crazier
guarantee.
things have happened. Yeah,
I
crazier
mean,
things
Braylon
have
Russell
happened.
entered 8 times last year and came back, so
That's right. That's right.
it could happen.
Uh,
It could
could
happen.
happen. Antonio Jordan announced this week that he is also staying. He was one of my guys on my list,
Mhm.
so that was good to see. Um, Big time receiver, hopefully coming back, and so yeah. I mean, Cash Courtney, big offensive line recruit, true freshman this past year, got redshirted. He announced he's staying. So
Mm-hmm.
I think our line has potential to be good again, especially with old Carius Kern, I think is how you pronounce his name, from LSU, entering the transfer portal a couple yesterday, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
5-star from Marion, Arkansas. And I've obviously, who knows, but I've read on the dark web that he is the number one target for probably not only Arkansas, because he's a 5-star that started 7 games at LSU,
Mm-hmm.
but um, that would be a huge get. He's not just going to come to Arkansas just to come home.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to pony up
Mm-hmm.
because there ain't no telling what a 5-star true freshman that started at LSU, what his value will be in the portal and what kind of
Oh
money
yeah.
people will be offering him.
I would
But
I would probably equate it to first round money in the draft. I mean, not the same dollar amount, but I'm just saying like the same level of desirability
yeah.
across the board. So yeah, that'd be a big one. I saw my boy KJ Jackson shared it was either a linebacker or a defensive lineman from Auburn that entered the portal today. So I don't know if that means that they're just friends or if like that's an indicator that we might be able to get him. I don't know. But I don't know much about him. I didn't look up his stats or anything, but he just in his pictures he looks massive.
Hmm.
And if you
KJ's from Alabama, so
yeah, so maybe they're just friends, maybe I don't know. But maybe he's doing his recruiting pitch. We'll see. But
you know all these dudes are talking.
mhm. Oh, for
There's
sure.
people trying to poach from every school already.
Mhm.
All these kids are hitting their friends up from high school or whatever that went to other places. And so, yeah, I mean, the best recruiter outside of NIL is these kids recruiting their friends.
Mhm.
Um, that's big, big time. So, yeah, very interesting. The portal opens on January 2nd, and it will be a wild 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Absolute chaos.
Mhm.
So, I'm sure we'll get some surprises. Bad surprises is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
Maybe people that have said they're staying that are, you know, gonna get poached, already been offering more money, that hasn't they haven't been told about it yet. But,
Mhm.
some coach will hit them up here after Christmas and they'll enter the portal last minute. There'll be some bad surprises, but hopefully we get some good ones too. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll definitely keep our eye out on that. Um, College football playoff. It's here. I'm going to pull up the bracket and we will each go through it and give our predictions
All
on this
right.
thing. All right, college football playoff. Um, Friday tonight, first game, Alabama and Oklahoma. Predicts to be a low-scoring affair. Two pretty dang good defenses, two not so great offenses, though Alabama's offense is better than Oklahoma's. Um, but at Oklahoma, place will be rocking, I'm assuming. Night game in Norman,
Mhm.
college football playoff. Um, Pulling up the line right here. Oklahoma is a 1-point favorite, so essentially a pick 'em. I'm going to take the Sooners. I think,
We're
not because
gonna
I want to, but I think um, I know Oklahoma went to Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama, but this is strictly I'm going with the home field. I think whoever
mhm.
had this game at home is going to win this game.
Yeah.
So give
Yeah.
me the Sooners.
I don't want to pick the same, but
No,
I
pick who you think will win.
I
We're
had
going all the way. We're going all the way to the finals here.
yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. So I had OU too. So
Okay.
Just a gut feeling. Um, yeah, give me the Sooners.
Oregon and JMU, Autzen, Saturday night. I'm assuming, obviously, we're both picking Oregon. But for funsies, do you think Oregon covers the 21-point spread? Or do you think JMU can keep it close?
I hmm, can they cover? Yes. Um, just something in the college football universe. I think for whatever reason they covered the 21 just because
Okay.
of all the talk that JMU shouldn't be there and all this stuff. I think for whatever reason, whether it's if you want to believe in fixing or any of that stuff, I just think they cover for whatever reason.
Okay. Um, I'm not betting it because I have no idea, but I also would pick JMU to cover. I don't know why. I don't have any reasoning, so I'm
Hmm.
not betting it.
Yeah,
But um, I just don't feel like Oregon's that explosive. So offensively, they're not as explosive as they have been. So
yeah,
um, we'll see. Tulane and Ole Miss. I'm assuming you're picking Ole Miss as well as I am.
yep.
17.5 is the spread. I also will not be betting that game. Ole Miss did beat them 42-7 or something earlier in the year. But no Lane Kiffin, all the drama. I'm not betting it. I don't have any idea
Right.
what Ole Miss team will show up.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say, I would probably still say Ole Miss. I would pick Ole Miss to cover if I had to, but they beat them 42-7 the first time. So if
Yeah.
they don't beat them by 35 again, I'm going to say that Lane Kiffin's makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take Ole Miss, and yeah, I'm not gonna pick the spread, but
And then probably my favorite first round game, Miami at Kyle Field, even though it's not at night.
yeah,
Um,
what a waste.
a lot of people are picking Miami to win this game.
Hmm.
Um, I'm taking the Aggies.
Okay.
I'm taking Texas A&M at home. I think they've been really good all year. I know they got exposed against Texas a little bit, but that was a rivalry game. So they're a 3-point favorite. Give me the Aggies and give me them to cover the 3.
Does T. Will get to coach in this game or no?
For those of you who don't know, that T. Will, our former defensive coordinator, has been hired as the linebackers coach at Texas A&M. So, um, yeah, don't know if he's coaching or not.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
say not. I would say no, but
Probably not. They probably already got him on the recruiting trail, but
yeah.
um, man, this is a tough one. This is the toughest one for me, even more so than Bama OU. Give me the Canes.
All right.
Give me the Canes to be a little different. I'm a game down after the regular season, so
Yeah.
we got to be different
I
somewhere.
I have no confidence in Carson Beck. So,
I don't either.
um, going to the second round, we both have Indiana versus Oklahoma. I think this will be a heck of a game.
Hmm.
Um, but give me the Hoosiers.
I yeah, I'm on the Hoosiers too. Give me give me Indiana.
We both have Texas Tech and Oregon. Um, I think Texas Tech's pretty dang good.
Hmm.
So give me the Red Raiders.
Going Red Raiders. I will go. That's another tough one. All right, give me the Ducks. My
All
last
right.
name's Drake. Give me the Ducks.
And like these are the games the playoff is all about. If
Right.
you
Yeah.
get whether it's Alabama or OU in
Hmm.
Indiana, that's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
And then you get Texas Tech and Oregon, great game.
Hmm.
Um, Georgia and Ole Miss, we've seen it once. They couldn't beat them with Lane Kiffin. I don't think they'll beat them without Lane Kiffin. Give me the Bulldogs of Georgia.
I I will take the Dogs as well.
And then I have A&M in Ohio State. Ohio State will be hungry after getting exposed against Indiana. Give me the Buckeyes.
I have Miami and Ohio State. I will take the experience of Ohio State to advance.
And in the Final Four, I got Indiana and Texas Tech. I want to pick Texas Tech, but I can't pick against my boy, Kurt. I think Signetti gets him to the Natty championship game. Give me the Hoosiers going to the Natty.
All right. I've got Indiana, Oregon here. This is it's a tough deal. Give me the high talking Mendoza for the epic post game rant and advance to the national championship, which
Heisman
is
Trophy
insane.
winner
Which is
Mendoza.
insane to think of Indiana in the national championship.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it? It's crazy.
Wild.
And then Ohio State and Georgia. Mm, mm. Must see TV. Oh my goodness. I feel like Georgia's on a different level right now. I feel like Ohio State's been the best team all year, but I'm not betting against Kirby Smart the way the Dogs have been playing. Um, Give me Georgia and Indiana in the national championship game.
All right. I too. I picked Georgia in the preseason to be my national champion.
That's
So
true.
uh,
That's true.
you know, let's go Dogs. Give me the Dogs.
That's right. And I am riding my boy Signetti all the way to the championship. I've been a fan since day one when he said, I win, Google me. And I've loved that quote since day one. He was number one on my hot board. When Sam got fired, I wanted to go throw the world at Signetti. And I just love the story. Love the story. And I don't see it playing out any other way. So give me the Indiana Hoosiers. This is not your basketball bracket, people. This is football we're talking about here.
It's
Give me
not
the
not your
Indiana Hoosiers.
1987 March Madness bracket.
Bobby Knight is rolling in his grave that Indiana's good at football. Um, Give me the Hoosiers as your. I know it's cliche because they're the number one seed and all, but I just I just think the story's too good. I think the football gods are behind them. Um, Taking Indiana to win the Natty.
Okay. I love the story. I love Signetti. I like Mendoza. I'm glad that he won the Heisman after, in retrospect, of Diego Pavia. His true colors showing there. But yeah, I picked. Well, actually, let me take just a brief pause there. Uh, for a guy that was going to be like a 6th round pick at best, could you like just totally tanked his draft stock? Pavia is who I'm talking about, but we can talk about that another time. Anyway, back to the national championship. I love the story. I love Mendoza, Signetti, everything about it. But you pick a team in the preseason. You gotta ride them the whole way. So give me the Dogs of Georgia to take down the first time ever mighty Hoosiers in football, and Georgia
And
back on
I
top.
would argue, I would argue the two best coaches in college football.
Probably
I
currently,
know
yeah,
Kirby. I know Kirby's proven it, but I don't know how you can look at what Kurt Cignetti's done in 2 years at Indiana and not say that
dude.
he may not be the second best, if not the best,
Yeah,
football coach in the country.
yeah.
So, yeah, seeing those two geniuses maniacs, both of them maniacs, go at it,
Mhm.
um, would be electric.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that would be must-see TV. 2 teams that haven't played each other. I don't wanna see Indiana, Ohio State again. I don't wanna see Georgia and Alabama.
Right.
Like, I want it to be two teams who've not played.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. I think it's gonna be a great bracket, great tournament. I think the only thing that can make it better is if that 12 seed right there was Vandy and that 11 seed right there was Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Um, you know, Notre Dame and Oxford Saturday night. Oh,
Be awesome.
you know, Vandy going to Oregon. I mean, yeah, but that's bygones.
Yeah.
Not rehashing all that.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so that is our predictions for how the college football playoff will turn out. And by the time we film our next pod, we'll be at the Final Four. So we'll have 2 rounds of games to react to.
Yep.
And be very, very fun to watch it play out. All right, now for the reason that everybody's here.
That's right.
Um, our top 5 Christmas movies. I've known Andrew for a long time. I've known Andrew since 2003.
3. Yeah.
Um, Andrew, for those of you that don't know, we've probably already told you this. Andrew married me and my wife. Andrew is an ordained minister. Um, here's what I also know about Andrew. Andrew is a Christmas fanatic. He's a Christmas Nazi.
If you
I love
can't tell by
Christmas.
the get up today.
Right. Christmas is the best time of the year. There's no doubt. I'm a huge Christmas guy, but I'm very concerned about my Christmas movies when Andrew sees what these look like, because he is a Christmas Nazi and he is very very much Christmas spirit fella. Some call him jolly old Saint Nick himself.
Hey, you
Um,
know, when I go gray, I'm going full claws. So,
that's right. But anyways, uh, Andrew, I'm going to give you my top 5 Christmas movies.
all right. I'm
Don't
gonna
smoke me. Don't
Simon
smoke me too
Cowell
bad.
you and judge you
Yeah.
very hard here.
Um, I haven't seen a ton of Christmas movies, but I know what I've seen,
Okay.
and I know what I like.
Okay.
All right. Here is my top 5 all-time Christmas movies. Number 1, Christmas Vacation. This is a hot topic with some people. I don't care. When I think of Clark Griswold, I think of the good old American man himself, the family man, his life scattered everywhere. If you've watched any of the vacation movies,
Hmm.
but he just relates to the rest of us. And all he wants is to have a great Christmas. Can't get his lights to turn on. He's got cousin Eddie pulling up in the RV. He's got the family in his house that he's trying to enjoy the spirit, but they're driving him nuts. He doesn't get his Christmas bonus check. It's just a classic. Um, I freaking love Christmas Vacation, and I'm not ashamed. I don't care what anybody says. Not ashamed. I'm a big vacation guy in general. I love all 4 of the vacation movies, the originals, the OGs.
Hmm.
Vacation, European Vacation, Christmas Vacation, and Vegas Vacation. But yeah, big Clark Griswold guy. Number 2, I went Home Alone. Just a good old classic. Um, I personally, in my heart, if you gave me Home Alone and Home Alone 2 together, I'd probably rather watch Home Alone 2.
Hmm.
But I feel like Home Alone, the OG, I'm just going to put it above Home Alone 2.
Okay.
Um, it's just a great story,
All
obviously.
right. You're off to a good
Elf,
start.
number 3. Yeah. Number 3, Elf. Just Will Ferrell. Just, I don't know if anybody else playing the character of Elf, the movie would be worth a dang at all.
Hmm.
But Will Ferrell's so good at it. So funny.
And he wasn't even
Um,
like a household name yet when that came out.
yeah. I mean, he just
That came out our like sophomore year of high school. So
really, was it that long ago?
it was either ninth grade or sophomore year of high school. So yeah, it was So he wasn't like the Will
right
Ferrell that
there around
everybody knew
Old School.
yet.
That's about like
Yeah,
when Old School came out, so
yeah.
maybe one of his first ones. Yeah, love Elf. Great movie. Very passionate about Christmas.
Mhm.
Mr. Elf. Um, Home Alone 2. Like I said, it's a go. I think I like it better than Home Alone 1, but just in the scheme of things, I put the OG Home Alone ahead. Lost in New York, just great movie. And then the OG Tim Allen Santa Claus, great movie. Denny's, it's an American institution.
Oh,
Just just so many
burn the turkey.
great yeah. Yeah, I mean, kid just wanted some chocolate milk, you know. I mean, it's
We're out.
just yeah, just a great movie, about, the Christmas spirit and somebody maybe not believing and just turns them into believers, and anyways, some would called it childish. No, it's a Christmas story. No, It's a Wonderful Life. None of the really old movies, but anyways, maybe I have a childish brain, but those are my top 5. Roast me. Go
Hey,
ahead.
hey, look, I'll go ahead and tell you that when we flip to mine, it's not gonna be all that much different. So
I passed.
you got some of the essentials in there. As far as the order goes, we might change up a little bit of the order, but Christmas Vacation is a staple. Home Alones, or at least one the Macaulay Culkin ones are very, very good. Elf is great. Santa Claus is I'm not gonna say that you went wrong anywhere. So I mean like
Let's go.
there's nothing you didn't yeah, they're
Okay.
good,
I I passed the test.
solid choices. So
All right.
I'm proud of your list. You
Okay, let's
passed.
see. Let's see how Andrew's list differs from the veteran, the Christmas expert himself.
So like I said, mine's not much different. Um we'll run through these here, and then I mean my list. I have,
You kind
as
of
you said,
cheated.
well a little bit, but it's my list, and I can do whatever I want. So nobody's nobody's paying us for this or anything like that. So this is who cares? In the spirit of uh of the season, I'll do what I want. So number one, I went Christmas Vacation as well. You just can't beat it. I'm a huge comedy aficionado as well. I think in a past life, if I would have, left home to the dismay of my parents and like tried to go to Hollywood, I think I could have done a small role in something, not like an A-list actor, but like, I could have had a couple lines in a movie at some point. But no, I love comedy movies. I love like studying comedy and stuff. And Christmas Vacation, as many times as I've seen it, and I watch it multiple times throughout the Christmas season. Um, every single time that I watch it, there's like the tiniest little like
You
nuances
catch
of
something
things.
new every
Yes,
time.
and that's just
Yeah.
comedy gold that you wouldn't even notice if you weren't looking for it. So like, I'll just throw out one instance here real quick. So like, um, cousin Eddie pulls up for the first time. They had just gotten the lights to work, and cousin Eddie shows up. He's got his family, and so he's introducing the wife, and then the kids. He goes through the whole family, and then after he introduces the wife and kids, then he goes, and this here's our pride and joy, Snots, the dog. So like just little bitty things like that, like where normally you'd introduce your family, like that's what you're most proud of. But then he goes through all
Yeah.
them and he goes, and
Yeah.
here's our pride and joy, the dog. I mean, just little things like that, little nuances are I find a new one every time. So extremely well written. Chevy Chase in his prime was fantastic, and so you can't beat it. Here's where I cheated.
Never
Oh, go
gets
ahead.
old when Aunt
No, yeah.
Bethany has to say grace.
Yes. Yes.
Grace? She died? 10 years ago, whatever." And then she says a Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
Oh,
Did I
so
break
great.
wind? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did the
All right. Enough moving
yeah,
on.
yeah. Moving on. So this is where I cheated in the 2 slot. I'm with you. I think Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are, normally when you get a sequel, it's never as good as the original. I think this one, like, is they're just neck and neck right there. Um, and especially, I think they only came out like a year apart. Like, I literally think they threw the second one out. If it wasn't 1 year, it was no more than 2. So the fact that they put out the first one and then we're like, all right, we got to do another one. Came up with a great storyline, got some great actors to come in and play in that one. So I think they're equally as good. I think they're great in their own, as their own individual movies. Um, I I watch both of them equally. As much as I try to pick one over the other, I mean, it really is just even kill for me. So in the 2 slot,
Yeah.
I've got Home Alone 1 and 2. I,
Macaulay Culkin, he was one of the greatest kid actors of all time.
mhm,
He was in a bunch of good movies, that
Uncle Buck.
of our era.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean Richie Rich,
Yep.
like I can't remember. I'm drawing blanks on them all, but yeah, a bunch of great movies, and it's just kind of funny because now like his younger brother, who is also in the Home Alone
Mhm.
movies,
Mhm.
um, okay, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he's been a great like adult actor.
Mhm.
Um, I know he was in Succession, which is arguably top 2 or 3 favorite shows of all time for me. Um, but yeah, his brother's an unbelievable actor also.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of funny seeing how like Macaulay was took the fame as a kid, but his little brother is taking all the fame as an adult.
Little brother did all right going through there. He was in the Father of the Bride movies, which those were big movies in our house. Um, he was in some other stuff too. I forget, but yeah, yeah. His name
Yeah, if
Kieran
you
Culkin.
haven't seen Succession, you need to watch that.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
Kieran. Yeah, Kieran. Um,
Haven't
yeah,
seen that.
Succession is unbelievable.
I'll check that out
Cannot
after.
cannot watch it with kids.
Right. Yeah. 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 Um. In the 3 hole, I'm going Santa Claus. With you the original
Man,
with Tim Allen. It's so good. Like, so quotable. It's got it's just a classic. It's a staple. And the way I ranked mine was kind of like the order of how many times I'm watching these throughout the season. So these are my top 5 like most watched.
yeah,
I'll say that.
yeah.
So Santa Claus, the original, fantastic. Um 2 and 3, not bad. They just got a little too like magical, if you will, in 2 and 3. Um, but the original one is great. In the 4 hole, I'm going How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. It's I mean, big Jim Carrey guy, and just that movie. I remember we went and saw it in theaters. I think it came out like around 2000, so like 6th grade ish. And I just remember being like loving that movie, like when we went to go see it. So Jim Carrey couldn't have picked a better
So good.
person for the role. And again, there's like a million quotes in there. I do probably more Grinch quotes with the kids than any other Christmas movie. I do those all the time. Me and
Have have you ever thought about the Grinch breaking into the house thing and filming it, and seeing how your kids react?
I want to, but I want them to be a little older. I want them to remember. This is the so we're about to move at the end of the month into a neighborhood with several friends of ours that also have young kids, and so I'm gonna pitch it next year
Yeah.
that we have the Grinch come in and raid while all
It's
of
like a
them are there.
viral trend
Oh
for
my
those of you who
gosh,
don't know, like,
yes,
goes around it's on TikTok a lot, but,
hmm
like, someone actually breaks into a house. Obviously, the parents know, but the kids have no idea,
yes,
and the kids just freak, and
yes,
it's kinda sad to see the kids crying and scared, but it's so funny because we know that it's not real, so
right,
but it
yeah,
is hilarious, but
yeah,
I've seen kids who are tortured for there's no way they slept for a week.
yeah.
Because they run in and steal the presents and even get in a fight with the dad sometimes. Like it's so funny. And
Yes,
someone's filming it the whole time and kids are just screaming, crying,
I know.
confused.
As bad as I want to be the Grinch to do it, I want to see the I want to see the reaction. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of want to have like a hired
Hired
hand to
out.
do it.
I need to come up
Um,
and do it for you.
yeah, but I think next year I think next year I want to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah.
It'll be funny. But yeah, incredibly great movie with Jim Carrey. And then I went L5. Um, you know, it's good. All these movies stand the test of time. I think Christmas Vacation was like 89, so we were like 2 when that movie came out. So, um, yeah, it's there's the lists.
Good list. Yeah.
I could literally have a 1 through 100. I could, you know,
Yeah.
if you include all the claymation Christmases, all your, you know, your Frosties, all your like TV special ones, you know, you got I mean, honorable mentions, Four Christmases is one of my favorites. I love Vince Vaughn, so that's one of my honorable mentions. What else would be right outside there?
See,
Gosh, I'm
mine
trying to
was
think.
so easy. Like I didn't even have to there was no debate. Like, I was able to name my 5 and be like, "Yeah, like, there's not
Yeah,
a number 6, not a number 6."
we probably should have done
For
top
Chri
10.
4 Christmases is good, like, but yeah, not a huge movie guy. I got a couple of my good friends who make fun of me because there's some really good movies that I haven't seen that
Mhm,
I'm not going to admit on this podcast because 'cause we'll lose
mhm.
viewers, um, but, but yeah, not a huge movie guy, but I've seen the classics, man, and I love the classics, and
Yeah, I mean,
lucky enough, I have a wife who is not a Hallmark Christmas movie snob. You know, she'll watch her occasional, maybe one, but, so I don't have to fight about that, you know, when that's on TV. We kind of enjoy watching the same Christmas movies, so
hey, you know
it's
what?
good.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you a homework one to go home and or probably at home, but to watch this Christmas season, and you may have to YouTube it, like on YouTube. And so it probably won't be the best picture quality, but it's the best of the Hallmark Christmas movies because my wife does like the Hallmark Christmas movies. So I've seen every struggling bakery where the big New York real estate tycoon comes in and he's gonna put them out of business to put a strip mall in.
Mhm.
And then they fall in love magically and then saves the bakery and he finds his love for Christmas again. I've seen all of them, not all of them, but quite a few in our household. But there's one called Matchmaker Santa. You and Tiffany go and watch that one because it's,
Matchmaker Santa.
yep, you're probably gonna have to YouTube it,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
the best non like big budget movie Santa.
Not a huge romantic Hallmark guy, um,
Look, you
but
need to get in tune with it
okay.
to be your husband as the guy that officiated the wedding. I think
Should
the
okay.
2 of you
I
should
will
after the
take your
kids go to bed.
advice.
Okay, there's your
I will
one.
also say there if I did have one honorable mention,
Mhm.
it would be Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger, um,
Yes.
Turbo
Uh,
Man. You know, the
That's
action figure that they were trying, fighting over.
yes.
Um, it was a
We've
good one.
we've watched it many times already this year. It's Hadley's favorite. She thinks the name of the movie is Turbo Man, so she says,
Oh, okay.
"Daddy, can we watch Turbo Man?" And so I've got her saying a few of the, it's turbo time. I've got her saying a few of those. But man, Sinbad in his prime in that
Sinbad,
one.
yep,
You
yep.
got what's his name that died like right after, but he was SNL. He was the guy that always did Bill Clinton on SNL. Gosh, what is his name? Let me look it up real quick. Dude, hilarious though. But he's super funny in that movie. He plays Ted in the movie. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great honorable mention.
I
That's
haven't watched June all the way this holiday season. I need
oh,
to get it
dude,
on this week
we've
before
probably already seen it a
Christmas.
couple times. So,
Get some
um,
Turbo Man in my life.
oh,
Um,
dude, yeah, I've got Hadley on that one. She's already telling people, you know, Phil Hartman is who plays Ted. He's great. He's the next door neighbor. Um, but yeah, always keep your promises if you want to keep your friends. That's what I've got Hadley saying that. That's what one of Turbo Man's
uh,
quotes in there. But no,
uh,
Ted with the cookies, like, your wife's cookies. I got to get the recipe from Liz. Then he's like, who told you could eat my cookies? So good. It's great. That's a
yeah,
great honorable mention.
Arnold.
That would probably be
Yeah,
my number in the sixth slot.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Arnold Schwarzenegger, great. Um, so yeah. Let us know what your favorite Christmas movie is in the comments.
drop
Tell
it in the
us.
comments and I will judge
uh,
you next
Yeah,
week.
harshly. Um, but yeah, appreciate everybody for listening. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Some good quality family time. Hope Santa treats all the children well. And like I said, leave us a like, a follow, a comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Um, and we will be back a little bit over a week, whatever day that Tuesday is, 29th, 30th of December, whenever that Tuesday is. We'll be back with all kinds of reaction to obviously the Hogs and the Houston game. Um, they probably played James Madison before that, so we'll react to that. Obviously, we'll be in the Final Four of the college football playoffs, and we'll have a lot to get to. So, Andrew,
Yes.
wish our folks a happy holiday, my man.
Yes. Stay classy. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holiday safely. Make it magical for the kids. I saw something the other day. You only get 10 years max with your kids to like really create the magic and to really like hone in on that for them. The reason I love Christmas so much to this day is for what my parents did for us growing up, and just made it. I was the kid at like the fifth grade table arguing that Santa Claus is still real. So, uh, you know, do it for the kids. Keep the spirit alive. Keep love alive. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Never yield Silverfield. We'll see y'all after Christmas.
Merry Christmas and whoop pig.